Good morning.
Good evening.
Good afternoon.
Hey, y'all.
How's it going? Happy Creeps and Coffee.
Happy Creeps and Coffee Day. Who are you? Have we met before?
Maybe. I'm Spice Rack.
Yeah.
Or otherwise known as Abby.
My real name. Yeah, welcome back.
Thank you.
If you guys remember, she's been on a few episodes.
Good to be back. I don't really know much or have much knowledge.
Period.
About this episode. I didn't do much research and my brain doesn't know much off the top of my head about some of the topics.
That's okay.
So just fair warning, I'll be more so in the background than...
That's okay.
Anything,
this is more of a fun episode. We're here to have fun, you guys. This episode is kind of a silly, goofy...
It sounds good. Let's shoot the shit.
I know you love doing that.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
I'm Kate.
And I'm Jane, and this is Creeps and Coffee.
A show where we talk about the dark parts of the world around us.
Cryptids, conspiracies, things that go bump in the night.
And the crimes behind the scariest creatures of all, humans.
Join us as we take a look at the stories sure to give you the creeps.
Pull up a seat, grab a coffee,
and let's have a chat.
So, if the title wasn't obvious, we're kind of just talking about crimes today in general. And I first wanted to ask, what's your favorite crime? If you had to pick one. Not one that you would do, because I'm going to say, if you want to think about it, mine is treason. Not for any reason, not for me. I'm never going to commit treason, Canada. Love you, Canada, for the most part. But I just think it sounds really cool to, hear, oh, yeah, this person committed treason. And I feel like most spies are the ones who, commit treason. Which I think is kind of cool. But you know, not that I'll ever do it.
Oh.
What's your favorite crime?
I'd say maybe I have two, now that I had a chance to think about it.
Oh, two?
Maybe top two. I'd say maybe one arson.
Okay. A little pyromaniac over here?
No, it's...
Or graffiti, or...
fire.
Oh, okay.
Burn it down.
Burn the patriarchy.
Not for any reason specific, because I'm very terrified, funny enough, of starting fire, causing fires, everything like
in
that.
My own home.
I'm very fire conscious, but I don't know, I feel at the same time it'd be just to watch something go up in flames at the same time, as long as it's safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know
that
what
would
you
be, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
The other one, I feel probably just this one's basic, but just stealing.
Okay.
And I mean more so just probably from government money or something like that.
A big haul.
Yeah, more so just because it's if it was kind of the purge or something like that, where things weren't illegal. It's just I would take money and put it into better things, because there's lots of people, and even people in our government, that have declined affordable housing. I will say it on this podcast. I won't name names, but we all know who has declined it multiple times, over almost 200, but that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it'd be great to have affordable housing and actually be able to survive, because there's there's kind of no more middle class anymore, and that's kind
you
of
got
garbage.
Poverty and middle, and then filthy rich.
Oh.
And the middle is us, because we at least have a roof over our heads.
Yeah, that's pretty much the standard for middle now. Is actually having a roof over our head.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
And you...
middle class is living paycheck to paycheck nowadays.
Yeah.
You are living the bare minimum, and you are living to your last cent, and not off of extras.
I can save $25 per paycheck that goes into my savings. Woo!
Right?
$25!
Whoa.
Yeah. Do you have any least favorite crimes? I think mine would probably be bestiality, because I don't think animals deserve that.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
No.
I actually didn't even think of something like that. That one probably would be top for me, but...
Or rapists.
Yeah, also
Assault.
murderers.
Murder is pretty bad too, yeah. It's up there.
However, my least favorite, probably drunk drivers.
Oh, that's a good one, yeah.
Because I hate
they
drunk drivers.
always survive and then kill innocent people. They
usually survive, A, but B,
Yeah.
they usually don't get the punishment they deserve.
Mm-hmm.
And there's even some new laws that are going, or like that have been talked about going into place that are like literally protecting people when they're intoxicated about like not having to be responsible for their actions. Yeah. And like that can apply to those situations too. And it's like, seriously, no, it doesn't matter. I'm sorry, I've been almost blackout drunk, and never once have I been like, I'm gonna
go drive.
I'm gonna go get behind a wheel, haha.
I haven't either, yeah.
That's great. Like, never once, so you can't tell me it wasn't a choice.
Sometimes when I'm too sleepy, I'm like, I shouldn't drive. Like, I don't want to.
Exactly. The same, when I'm too anxious, I can't drive, because, like, I'm not thinking clearly.
Yeah.
It's just making the smart decision, so I'm like, no, you're not gonna tell me, oh, I was just drunk. No, you knew what you were fucking doing. Yeah. You were just intoxicated and did what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And that's it. You kill people. You should go to prison for life and have no more life, or get the death sentence. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's how I feel about drunk drivers. I think that's my least favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
So my next question is, if you could commit any crime without any punishment, like you were in GTA, like you wouldn't die if you committed this crime, what would you do? Mine, and I mentioned GTA because of this, would be I would speed. I would speed so fast in fast cars. Well, first of all, I would steal the cars.
Yeah.
And I would speed as fast as it can go down the highway.
Yeah.
I'd probably crash, which is why I'm like, GTA, I wouldn't die.
Yeah.
But I think it would feel so fun for like 2 seconds before you spin out and die.
Yeah.
But I would do that, or go on like a motorcycle in a stolen like Ferrari or something. But maybe that's just a weird fantasy I have. But do you have any of those?
Well, I feel like
you're like, no, not really.
No, I feel like when you asked me the first question, I almost answered it kind of like it was this question. Because when you asked about, like, my favorite crime, I also kind of explained, like, oh, like, if it was, like, the Purge type
so you
deal,
would do those crimes?
Not, like I said, obviously, like, I'm not saying arson in case of flames. Like I said, if it was safe, you know, nobody was in the house, you know, maybe it was meant to be demolished. Yeah. Something like that. Okay. That would be cool. Because I also just like the idea of a rage room, so just being able to go in and just kind of, like, smash everything and just sort of, like, destroy it. Would you do like cool.
a bank heist or anything?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. If I couldn't die from it or get in trouble from it. Like I said, Teamwork. And it's in the nicest way, or like least nice way possible, is kind of like I just want there to be availability out there and options.
So I just wanted to talk about a couple things, almost like this is just current events, things that I found where I was like, this is an interesting thing that I want to talk about.
Okay.
One of them, I don't know if you know the guy. His name is Roger Clay. Have you heard of him? Do you have TikTok?
I do have TikTok. That's what I thought that was.
Yeah, so that guy, his name is Roger.
Okay. And
this happened, honestly, like a year ago, I think, actually. But I just didn't have anyone who watches TikToks enough to, like, talk about it with. He might be a pedophile. Because he is no longer posting TikToks. He's had some issues where he was on a live stream and someone started, like, putting in the live stream that he was talking to someone who was newly 18, and he immediately ended the live. And so people were like, what's happening? And apparently he was caught messaging young women who were 17, just on the cusp of 18. And when these rumors started flying about, he fled the country.
Wow.
So nobody really knows what he's up to right now, or where he's gone, or what he's doing. But I think that might, I don't know, maybe he's guilty.
So was he trying to, like, slide into these girls' DMs?
He was messaging them. He was DMing people on TikTok and on Instagram, young girls. But I think he's married with kids. So I think that adds to the goss over there. But
that's crazy.
anytime I would mention this guy to any of my friends, they were like, I have no idea who you're talking about. I'm like, you know, the guy who sings, and like, he's an adult man who sings like Toxic by Britney Spears, and they're like, no idea.
I was gonna say, this one's like similar to that case in the sense of there's this rabbit hole on YouTube / like Instagram type thing.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the exact name, but I watched like a YouTube video on it about like the whole deep dive type thing.
Yeah.
And I think it was like Mr. Rabbit or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, there was this creator who was this older like man who was like in his 40s, but he would dress up like a 13-year-old schoolgirl and post pictures on like Instagram and like videos on YouTube of him like pretending to be like a little girl and like all dressed up, and like it doesn't look right at all.
That's
and,
already
like,
Uncanny Valley. It's just like spooky already, but
yeah, no, it's a complete like dark shit.
oh my god.
And yeah, anyways, he was found like, I think, committed multiple accounts of like assault.
Oh my god.
And like going after children.
I was just gonna say, like, child assault.
Yeah,
oh my god.
and stuff. Anyways, I don't remember the full exact details or what the exact name was, but like there is, especially on YouTube, you can find all the dark shit that's on the web in like a like solid video that's like extremely creepy, like like very similar to like podcasts, except like with the photo evidence, so it's very 18 plus. Obviously they still blur what they can't show, but
hopefully my god,
it's quite interesting. But yeah, that's
awesome.
my little ticket into crime and internet and social media.
Great.
Fantastic.
I think that leads well into one that I wanted to mention. It's actually really messed up. There was a man in Bosnia who was live streaming on Instagram, and I think this happened a couple years ago, but I only heard about it this year. He killed his ex-wife on Instagram Live.
What?
So, yeah, I'll elaborate. So a man shot his wife with a gun while streaming on Instagram, and then he went and killed 2 other people when he was on the run, and then he killed himself. I think this was actually last year, so 2013. No, 2023.
I was so lost.
2 years ago, because it's 2025 now, not last year. Sorry. I hit you with 2013, which is so wrong. But yeah, he then committed suicide before he could be apprehended.
Okay.
But yeah, apparently he shot her with a pistol. He wounded a police officer and a couple other people he wounded in town. But he had first like beat up his ex-wife, and he was saying on the live, like, this is your fault, like, you deserve this, like, I'm gonna kill you and it's gonna be your fault. And you can hear a child like crying and screaming in the background. I believe the child is okay, but that poor child no longer has a mother
or father.
Or father, I guess. But people in the chat, like, Instagram didn't report it immediately or anything. They didn't shut down the live. Like, people watched it happen, and they were like, oh my god, like, should we be calling the police? Is this a prank? Like, what is this? And
well, I feel like it's partly just people have become so desensitized.
Half the people on there are probably like, whatever.
Well, because, like, you think about it, half the people probably grew up on 4chan and, like, YouTube before it was restricted, when you could... Literally, there used to be porn on YouTube for free, like, that you could watch at no restriction.
Oh, God.
Like, the world was a very different place.
Yeah.
Like...
It's really messed up, and I think maybe Instagram needs to have a better system in flagging things like that, because I think this isn't the first first time something like this has happened. Like, people have done appropriate things, people have abused people, child predator things have all happened on lives on TikTok, Instagram.
That's the other thing. It's so
Facebook.
hard to do because it's like, on one hand, I'm really frustrated with the amount of monetization that has come in, because a lot of it has just is negligence on the parents.
Yeah.
Because they're mad. Like, YouTube back 2019 had to stop. Like, there was a big change, or maybe it was 2020, but I think it was 2019, and it made almost every single creator change their content because YouTube was being blamed that their kids were watching, like, people that were swearing or playing, like, you know, fighting games or, you know, like mature level content, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, also, you gave your 5-year-old son an iPad and sent him off into the living room, and you're doing whatever the fuck on the side. Like, I don't care what you're saying. That's not the app's fault.
No.
Because you weren't watching what your kid was doing. Like, you're the parent. That's your
Like, at
job.
the bare minimum, put, like, the child restriction modes on, like,
well, and
everything.
that's just it. They made YouTube for kids. Therefore, general YouTube should just have general monetization. Because it should just be people who are not kids anyways. So teenagers to adults anyways. And you can still have adult content separate. You know what I mean? And there can be the teenage and adult section, whatever. You know, teenage friendly, whatever. What is it? TV 14 is what they do in movies?
Yeah, rated R or
whatever.
teeny bops. Like,
I don't know. But it's just like, there's so many other ways to go about it. And it makes me mad that it's all because parents are angry at an app.
Yeah.
That
it's like,
they can...
girly, you're redirecting your anger. You should be mad at yourself.
Yeah, like... Or if they're upset about what they saw, it's like, okay, well, we don't go on those websites. Do you see why now? Or we don't click on this stuff because this is the type of stuff we don't want to watch.
But also just teach your kids media literacy as well. Like, if you don't want to see these things, don't click these things.
Also,
like,
if you have Apple, like, most parents buy their kids a freaking iPad or whatever, iPhones, you can see what they're doing.
Yeah.
You can hook them up as the parent of the owner of the ID account, whatever. You can hook it up and see what your fucking kids are doing.
You can restrict it. You can put time limits on apps.
Yeah, literally, you can have it be an hour or 30 minutes or something. And even, like, when it comes to, like, YouTube, Netflix, anything like that, also, you can make collections. You can save stuff. You can put things available. Like, I even think about, you can make custom playlists on different sorts of apps and stuff like that. Even YouTube.
Yeah.
Make a playlist for your kid of videos that you've gone through and you've approved.
Yeah.
Give that to your kid. Be like, okay, well, I know all these videos here on this playlist are approved.
Yeah. Because there's even a few that are, like, this has sort of been a controversy as well, as, like, people will make, like, child videos where it's, like, puppets, like, talking to each other, and parents aren't really paying attention, but the creator will slip in something inappropriate, like some swear words, and then parents are like, where are you hearing this? And they're like, oh, like Poppy from Poppy's Playtime. And they're like, what do you mean? And the parents watch it and they're like, no, that's not okay.
I think it's like Mr. Smile or something
like
that.
Something like that, yeah.
There was the guy on the media where, like, he, like, I think the kid eventually started talking about killing his own mother.
Yeah.
Because that was what the show was saying, like, in the sub-messaging, was, like, so slowly, the more episodes he watched...
He was like, okay, like...
all right.
Whatever Bluey says, like...
And it's like, I'm not saying, like, obviously, those sorts of creators especially, who are trying to target kids for the wrong reasons, should just be out of the context completely.
Yeah.
I agree. But also, as a parent, you do have a job.
Yeah. You can't just clock it. You can't hand them a phone and then clock out.
And then blame the app.
Yeah. I'm sorry. You have to watch your own kid. You have to babysit your own kid.
That's crazy.
I'm so sorry to tell you.
Wow, you wanted to be a mom and now you have to be one?
I'm so sorry to disappoint you.
Or sorry, I shouldn't come
it's a lot of work.
You want to be a dad? Sorry, you have to be one.
Yeah.
Or sorry, you wanted to be a parent overall? Sorry, not just moms and dads, all parents.
Be a real parents.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, that's just a pet peeve of mine.
I mean, valid.
Yeah.
It's a pet peeve of mine, too.
But yeah, it's...
Because then these kids also have brain rot, even if they're not, like, watching anything scary, if they're just on their phones for 10 hours a day. Then you get hit with skibbity toilet. I don't know how to spell that. And it's like, what? Toilet. They don't know how to spell it. But they know what to say, skibbity skibbity.
Because I feel like there's two levels of, like, almost how much of involvement were you in certain crimes or what you witness online.
Yeah.
Because obviously the person posting it or recording it and doing it live or, you know, like those scenarios, obviously they're the ones in the wrong.
Right.
A, they're committing the crime in the first place. B, they're doing the crime live, getting people on, doing those sorts of things. However, then you also have the secondary, the people who are also there watching this, either A, getting enjoyment, B, not doing anything, or C, just clicking off because they think it's like a gross prank or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, not that puts it on them, but it's also like, that does also kind of just make you a bystander and kind of just like, all right, so you did nothing?
Yeah, you did nothing.
Okay. Cool.
Thanks. Thank you so much.
Great. That's literally why, like, there's the whole thing about, like, people telling, like, making sure the kids yell mom instead of help.
Yeah.
Because more likely you will get safer people around your kid to help you if your kid yells mom.
And apparently you're supposed to yell fire as well to get attention instead of help, which is so sad.
Yeah.
Like, if I hear either of those things, I'm gonna get up.
Yeah.
I'll probably keep my distance because I'm scared, but I'll still come help you. Like,
well, it's funny. I'm not even a big kid person, but if I heard a kid, like, say, like, scream mom or something
if it's in a panicked voice,
right,
you bet your butt I'm looking.
trying to find that kid and being like, well, who the fuck is crying for their mom and what can I do?
Speaking of the dark web.
Yeah.
Or, like, the deep web. The dark web.
Dark web.
I was going to say the deep web's something else, but... We'll do other episodes on actual stuff about the dark web and the deep web because it's really interesting.
Yeah, we'll
really
do a good dive into it. It's real messed up.
Because, like, I myself have not been on there, but I know people who have been on there, and I've heard things, and I've seen things, and I'm like, I'm so interested, but I'm so scared. Like, I want to go on it, but also, I don't want people to know where I live.
Yeah.
And I know they would.
Oh, easily.
And so, it's not even, I don't even know what crime this would be, but it is a crime. It's this website on the dark web.
Oh.
Called Get Gnomed.
Get gnome?
Yeah, like a gnome, like a garden gnome, or like a creature that's a gnome.
Yeah.
So on Get Gnomed, the whole premise is you sign into the website.
Yeah.
And that's it. Okay. You're on the gnome website. Within 24 hours, you will go outside and your whole front yard will be full of gnomes.
Okay, that's low-key sick, though.
So they use your IP to track where you live, and then somebody, like, it's like TPing a house, but they just cover you with gnomes.
But that's like...
And that's why I wanted to talk about it, because I'm like, that's so scary, but also... Get gnomed. Like, what the heck? That's kind of cool.
I was gonna say, like, terrifying.
It's like, you could get murdered. You could get, a cannibal delivered to your door. You've got all these malicious things on the dark web, but somebody's like, let's gnome people.
Yeah.
Let's get gnomed.
Well, especially since it's something where it's just, like, you're not even giving them your address.
No.
They're finding it for you.
They're just finding it, and they're like, all right, let's go gnome 123 Internet Lane, like... They logged in to get gnomed. Let's get them gnomed.
Yep.
And it's just, I don't know.
But, like, yeah, I agree.
It's kind of like harmless fun, but also...
On the dark web, I don't know if anything's
I think it would be funny to be like, oh my god, it worked. There's gnomes everywhere. But then I'd be like, somebody has my address. Somebody knows where I live.
I feel like that would be a perfect setup for a horror movie now. Like, a funny one. Is like Get Gnomed or something like that, and they order the gnomes, but then like 24 hours after the gnomes come, weird shit starts happening. A serial killer
comes.
Yeah, like pretty much, and it starts going like full horror movie.
You have 1 hour to return all the gnomes to their original positions, or I kill you. Like, oh, okay. Speaking of horror movies, did you see the trailer for Until Dawn?
I don't think so.
It's not Until Dawn. Have you played Until Dawn?
No.
It is a very good video game. It is very good.
It's zombie, eh?
It's... I won't spoil it for anyone else, but it's...
Oh, okay.
And it's super spooky.
I would be down.
And we should play it sometime. When I upgrade my computer, I want to buy it.
Ooh.
And you can have multiple endings, which is the cool thing.
Okay.
Is so, like, it's one of those pick your own, like, adventure things
Yeah.
where it's like, do you run left or do you run right?
Yeah.
And whatever you choose affects how you deal with the character.
Okay.
So there's, like, 5 or 6 characters. In the end, you could save all of them. You could kill all of them by accident, on purpose. You could save one of them and kill 5. Like, it's all just sort of like a butterfly effect one.
That's so cool.
And it's very interesting. But what they did with the movie, I don't like because it's not the game. It's not just... It's a scary movie where each time they die, it resets the night. And so they have to try to survive until dawn to escape the house. But that's not what the game is. So, like, it shows in the trailer. It's like a 2-minute trailer. They're like, oh my god, and then somebody kills them, and then it resets the night, and they're like, I was just killed, like, 3 times. And then they go get killed again by something else. And
so
I'm like, well, just
of
call it something else.
Kind of feels like when they did Jumanji Level Up, and it was, like, the video game instead of the board game.
Yeah, it's, like, not the same.
And then they did a video game into a movie into a video game.
Come on, please. Please, you don't need to do that.
I mean, it's still like
I'm gonna watch it.
Sounds cool, but it's
But they even hit us with the cheesy in the trailer. We have to survive until dawn, girl. Come on. Like, I'm still gonna watch it, but just you could have called it something else. Like, you didn't need to do that. Maybe I'm talking out my butt. Maybe it's gonna be really good, but it also doesn't look like the movie. Like, they had specific characters that I wish they had, like, brought them in, like Hayden Panettiere. She's in the game. Why not have her in the movie?
Yeah.
And, like, I can't remember her name, but there's a couple other famous people who I'm like, they still look young enough. They could be in the movie.
Yeah.
In the game, it's winter. In the movie, it's not winter. It's, like, summer or fall. And the whole point of the movie is, like, it's snowy. They're snowed in. It's really cold. Like, the power goes out. They need to light candles. All of this stuff. And in the movie, there's just none of that. And I'm like, you're ruining the vibes. This doesn't look like Until Dawn. What are you doing? What are you doing in the summer? So
They're just doing a hangout sesh. They're just chilling until dawn.
God, yeah, they are. Boy, are they.
Well, yeah, I mean, if it keeps just getting reset, is it really that scary to keep dying?
No, you know what? That's what it reminds me. Happy Death Day.
I remember seeing the trailer. I didn't end up watching that one, but yeah,
it's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah.
She keeps dying on her birthday, and she has to figure out, like, who's killing her to stop the time loop. It's like that, except, well, it's actually probably just like that. They have to figure out what's killing them, or who's killing them, or why.
Well, except she couldn't exit the loop until then. However, they have until dawn. Does that mean
they have to survive until dawn? Because if they get killed, then it resets the night. So that's what the premise
so
is.
they are still in the loop until they also...
until they survive
Okay,
until
so
dawn.
it is the same.
So, again, it's kind of redone, because they also did 2 Happy Death Day movies.
Why?
Because after the first one, spoilers, sorry, she gets out of the loop, but then she's, like, stuck in the next day or something like that in the second movie, and she's like, but I already got out, and it's like, there's something else, and it's fine. It's meh. The second one's not as good as the first one, but...
I was gonna say, some movies
you got
feel
Groundhog
should
Day,
just do
like,
one.
yeah.
Like, some movies are good, and honestly, get me, in my opinion, it makes them overall worse when you try to add a second.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you can't do it, because guess what? If a movie has a second and it can't do a third, it probably shouldn't have had a second in the first place.
And if the first one's perfect and everyone loves it, you don't need to make a second one. Yeah, it made lots of money, but you're not going to top it. Everyone's just going to be disappointed.
Like, people like trilogies.
Yeah.
If you have enough for 3 solid movies.
Do 3.
Okay. But, sorry, 2? No.
Yeah.
2's like, oh, here's a little extra, but not anything anybody wants.
It's just a money grab. They're like, we want a little more.
Exactly.
We really went on a rant. We really said, let's talk about crimes, and then we said, no, pop culture. Pop culture.
Yeah.
That was my fault. I just wanted to rant, but you'll have to play the game first so you can be mad with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, play the game and then watch the trailer and then watch the movie.
Well, I was gonna say
like,
there's, I don't remember what the game's called, but it's when you're like at a tower and you're like watching over like this camp for the night.
Oh yeah. I want to do that one too.
Firewatch or something like that.
Something like that, but that looks good.
Yeah, that one is another one with multiple endings too.
Yeah, same with the Quarry.
Yeah,
I want to do the Quarry so bad.
Those ones, like, I can't play certain scary games because I do get really terrified of certain ones. But I like to watch them, like, either from, like, YouTube or, like, streamers or, like, just, like, somebody playing beside... Like, I'll watch somebody play beside me. Yeah. I just can't actively play it.
Alien Isolation, have you played that one or seen that one?
No.
Do you know Alien, like, the xenomorph, like, the scary,
yes,
like,
I
big
haven't
guy?
seen this series yet, but, yeah, I
But
know.
it's that monster,
yeah.
But you're playing in, like... It's so scary because it's this giant creature and you can, like, hear it, like, breathing as it, like... critters past you and like you're stuck on this spaceship so you can't run away and you can like see it like sneaking by you. I was screaming playing it and I was so scared that I had to literally hand the controller. I was like, I can't do this. Okay, sorry, back to the topics at hand.
Whoops.
My god. Honestly, I really only have one more, so it's totally fine.
Okay, great.
It's about human trafficking. I just found it interesting, this article that I found. So, if you don't know, human trafficking, sex trafficking, it's when people get trafficked. People will be essentially, like, taken advantage of and they get sold into, like, you know, sex trafficking rings or human trafficking. Like, they'll essentially sell you for your body. A lot of times it's children or people in poverty or people with drug addictions who, like, they think there's no escape. Or people who've been super manipulated and abused where they're just like, like, not Stockholm Syndrome, but they're just like, this is what my boyfriend wants.
And unfortunately, sometimes it does, like, race does play a part. Because also they know that less effort goes into different people. Like in Canada, I imagine a lot of Indigenous people go missing. Oh, yeah. And then nothing the RCMP are like, whatever. No, literally, it's actually insane that there's... Anyways. But yeah, that's a whole other rant. We're not getting into another rant. But yeah, the dictionary definition is the unlawful act of transporting and coercing people to benefit from their work or service, typically in the form of forced labor or sexual exploitation. And I don't know much about trafficking, thankfully, besides my basic true crime knowledge. But I found an article about tattoos on human trafficking, and I didn't even think that was a thing, but it's a very common thing for your captors or like the traffickers to tattoo the people being trafficked to keep track of them, because there's almost always more than one person being trafficked. And I thought it would be kind of... And also vice versa when they're looking for people to traffic. I thought it would be interesting to maybe talk about a few of the most common tattoos to maybe look out for. Ooh, because, you know, sometimes people don't really know they're being trafficked, or they know they can't say anything if they're out in public. But if you see any of these tattoos, maybe you don't have to like call the cops or anything unless they seem like, yep, this is someone being trafficked. But it's just something to look out for, like, hey, are you good? Like, are you okay? You know, give me the domestic abuse hand symbol, whatever that is, and just let me know. Or like just maybe treat them with a little bit of extra care or kindness. Or if you see someone you know who you're like, man, like Jessica's acting really weird. Oh, that's a new tattoo. Oh, that's the name of your abusive boyfriend on your wrist. Interesting, you know? But yeah. I mean, nobody else may find this interesting, but I thought it was interesting to talk about. One of the lesser common ones, because it's very obvious what it is a barcode. Yeah. I have heard about those or like seen them on X or people who've made it out of trafficking. Yes. There are barcodes like you'd see on like a grocery store item on people. There was also a little while back, I almost said back in the old days, many years ago, when there was like a book series that had like barcodes on people's wrists. I don't know if you ever read that book, but that was also sort of becoming a common tattoo, and I think it kind of like... What book was that? I can't remember. Let me see the name of it. It's called The Barcode Tattoo. Oh.
I'll show you a picture in case you, like, recognize. It was something that was just, it was almost up there with, like, Hunger Games. It was very popular. And people were getting tattoos of that, and then other people were like, maybe don't do that because it's not super great, and it's also a trafficking thing. And I think also people from, like victims of the Holocaust were like, don't do that. So don't do that.
That's true.
So people were like, no, it's just from my favorite book. And they're like, it's not funny. It's not quirky. It's not funny. Stop doing that.
Yeah.
People will also put, like, a string of numbers, which is also something from World War II. Just, like, identifying numbers for people.
Mm-hmm.
Currency is a big one. Like, bags of money, or, like, the money rate, coins, dollar bills, different symbols like Canadian dollar, American, USD, the UK, pounds and stuff. Because those are less obvious.
Yeah. Because
it's just, like, you can write that off. Like, yeah, I like money. If you have to. But also, it can say, like, I've been trafficked. A more obvious one is people will literally, like, brand them, say, like, property of Derek.
Yeah.
Or, like, the initials, property of DKL, or even just,
like... It's kind of like the cult leaders that'll use, like, the cattle marks on their victims.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, either on their back, their stomach, something like that. And it'll be, like, this
a real
giant,
brand.
like, branding symbol.
That's another thing, unfortunately. And sometimes these tattoos are done against their will, and sometimes they're just coerced into it.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're too inebriated or too drunk. They're just like, yeah, let's get tattoos, whatever. Yeah. And they don't realize what's actually being done.
And a lot of obviously they're manipulators anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes it's very...
Of course.
As in the nicest way possible, it's very easy sometimes to get people to do the stuff you want when you know how to make them do it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Very, very unfortunate. There's also the trafficker's initials with a crown on top of them. It's a very common one.
Yeah, I was going to say the crown is...
Yes. But apparently, so there are some women in motorcycle clubs and gangs who have similar tattoos, but they're not human trafficking. That's just something they like, I guess. But if you're not part of a motorcycle gang, I guess watch out.
Yeah.
And of course there are other ones that can just have, like, personal meaning to the trafficker, like a unicorn or a dinosaur where no one else will know, but that's an identifier for them and who they're going to contact. And so some of them you may never know. And there are more common areas for them to have these tattoos. They can be on the wrist or the arm, the back of the neck, or, like, the neck area, somewhere that's visible to them and easily accessible. And there's also, unfortunately, some on the groin area or your butt, but those are more common than just, like, I think also ankle, but not in this article. It doesn't say ankles, but yeah. And if you got out of human trafficking, if anyone's listening, I'm so sorry.
That's so sad.
Yeah, it's really sad.
That's sad.
And I feel bad because I chose that as, like, the last thing to talk about.
Wow.
Like, we started off all happy, funny, and then we're ending with, like, so if you're a victim of human trafficking, feel free to reach out. Like, go get help. And it's like, But yeah.
Yeah. No, that's literally why, like, not that I necessarily want kids, but, like, if I ever had, like, a teenager, for whatever reason, and they asked me for a tattoo, I mean, obviously I'd want to approve the tattoo, but I would say yes. Because ultimately, I would feel better about my, like, 16-year-old daughter having a tattoo on her shoulder or on her arm or something like that. Because I also know, too, they don't usually go out for people with high identification markers, too.
Yes, that is very true.
Which is also tattoos, so it's like one hand to the other. It's like, I get it, you may be against tattoos, but I'd look at it and I'd be like, okay, great. Yeah. As long as it's a cute design, girly.
Like, when I was younger, I remember being told that I was, like, I had this weird thing that I was going to be a spy. I was like, I can't dye my hair, I can't get any piercings, I can't get any tattoos because I can't be identified. I don't want to get caught. I want to fly under the radar. I'm going to be a super spy. And then somebody did say, they were like, you can also be trafficked very easily. And I was like, why would you say that? I'm 17. I'm so scared now. And I think I did get a piercing after that, but I was like, oh, I mean, you're right. Great. Okay. Yeah. What do I do with this information? But go get a tattoo with your own will and not one of those designs.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, the more quote-unquote sacred you keep your body, like I'm using quote-unquote because I'm sorry, I have tattoos, I have piercings, like,
you're good.
You can think what you want, but
whatever.
Whatever. It's, I don't know, it's good that you can do things to deter.
Yeah.
Because, like, that just goes to show, oh, like, I'm taking care of myself. Like, oh, I'm not putting, like, oh, quote-unquote poison in my body.
Yeah.
Or not doing this. It's like, okay, well, unfortunately, creeps still live in this world.
And they go perfect.
You are their top choice.
Yeah.
So, enjoy.
Yeah. Good luck.
Have fun.
But, yeah, I guess, is there anything that you want to say before we start our closing statements?
I don't know, I guess I wish everybody a good night.
Yeah.
I don't know, last topic was heavy. I hope everybody's good after hearing that or is okay.
Go get a chai latte, hug your loved ones.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, sometimes dark does not equal good. Sometimes. Well, not any time technically, but
hashtag
can only make lightheartedness out of so much.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, haha, crimes. So speaking of, somebody got murdered on live stream on Instagram. Like, okay.
Yeah.
If you want to support our show, you should go follow our Patreon. If you want to subscribe, if you want to give us money, if you want to help us out, because I think it's still only my mom and I, but you get new episodes every month. New exclusive episodes.
Dun.
Yeah, and it's just patreon.com/creepsandcoffee. Creeps and coffee. Sorry, I have a stuffed nose, so it sounded like but it's and. Our Instagram is creepsandcoffee with an N. Because we couldn't get the copyright for it. X is creepsandcoffee, or you can send us an email at creepsandcoffee@gmail.com.
Yeah, if you ever have any good, like, podcast ideas or, like, topics.
Yeah.
Or,
they
like,
go on the list.
Stories of your own that you want us to share.
Yes.
Throw them in.
Because I would love to do an episode
spooky,
on, like,
creepy things.
on, like, listeners' haunted, like, experiences, because that's really cool. That's really interesting.
Right? That's cool.
Yeah.
Because, like, some of, like, spooky stories, like, even some that my mom has told me, like, she's even had, like, quote-unquote, like, spooky encounters type thing. It's like, some people have.
Email me about it. Like, let me know.
Right? Let me know.
I want to know.
But, yeah, tell us about it.
Yeah.
Do a little segment.
And then, other than that, I guess just have a good evening, you guys, or whatever time it is for you.
Yeah, happy crimes. Don't commit any.
Don't admit to any either.
Oh!
Hey, goodbye.
Creeps and Coffee is produced and edited by us, Kate and Jane.
Our theme music is Stuck in a Hole by Dated.
For more information on where to find them, check out the link in our show notes. And to connect with us, follow us on Instagram and Twitter @Creeps and Coffee.